We're back and we're doing another prep series. I have been putting this off for the longest time, honestly, because every morning I wake up and I have no makeup and I look like absolute garbage. So I have not wanted to film myself, but I'm done up. I'm about to do my meal prep. So we're starting the series again. We're prepping for October 2024. I am going to be doing the FMG show in the Gold Coast and then possibly in Bali as well a little bit later. I haven't confirmed that yet. I haven't decided that yet. But this is the first time ever that I am prepping for one federation and one federation alone. Like, I've never done that before. And I've also never had like such a short period between shows. So I did the season B, October-November show, WBFF, last year. And I had a few months off. And now we've pretty much just started prep straight again, which I've never done before. And yeah, so far it's going really well. I'm really happy so far. I think I am 17 or 18 weeks out, 17 weeks out, sounds about right. And surprise, surprise, I am eating the same foods as I always eat, but everyone always asks me like what I cook and what I make and stuff like that, and it's honestly so basic and so easy, so I might as well show you again. Let's go. First thing is there's gonna be a lot of background noise because right now Guy is making some chicken nuggets in the air fryer and it's really loud. Anyway, what I'm doing, boiling the water because I'm about to cook some potatoes. So we're using a whole bag of Spud Light. These are lower carb, lower calorie. If you live in Australia, you know, but our poor American friends don't have these beautiful things. And they are great because potatoes are super, super filling. One of the most satiating foods, but also these ones have 25% less carbs. So the macros are way, way better. So I'm just going to not quarter them, eighth them, whatever. Basically just chop them into smaller chunks so I can have more little tiny pieces throughout all my meals. You're about to be disgusted what I'm gonna do to this chicken. Oh, that's what we're making, by the way. We're making my carbonara chicken. Again, it's my go-to. I still like it. I still want to eat it every day. And I just take a big thing of potatoes and I take a big thing of chicken and put carbonara sauce on it. It's so not complicated. And yet people ask me all the time, what's the recipe? Get ready to be disgusted at how I chop up this chicken because I'm not going to put it on a chopping board or anything. I literally just grab it by chunks in the packet and like slice it so disgustingly like this, just so it's like slightly smaller, because it doesn't matter if it's in big chunks because it's all getting cooked anyway. But I just don't like putting chicken like on a chopping board, so I would like rather like do it like this. And sometimes I even wear gloves because I don't like the feeling of chicken on my hands for some reason. Like it makes them like itchy. Am I allergic? Maybe I should look into that. Is this insane? Possibly. Will I cut myself? Also most likely. See, my hands are itchy. I don't know. It's gross. Hey, now, we're not afraid of salt. So we're gonna just take chicken stock. This is low sodium anyway. We're gonna put chicken stock. Delicious. Garlic powder and onion powder. If you want even more flavor. Sure, why not? Woo! And then you like could use a spoon. But why would I? Why would I make more dishes when I have to wash my hands anyway? Then alpha, put it on top as well. Then you put it in the oven on like 180 to 200, wherever I kind of turn to the dial at that day, for like 30 minutes, just basically until you're not scared of getting salmonella. So whichever time that is. Let's do 180 for like 30-ish, but half the time I completely forget to put my timer on anyway. So most of the time I just kind of do it until I remember that I haven't put my timer on, and then I just take it out and I'm like, hope for the best. Now, I'm going to be healthy this week and I'm gonna make some zucchini as well, because sometimes I don't and sometimes I do, but we need volume right now. We are cutting, we are hungry. So extra zucchini just to bulk up the meal. Ooh, it's like a cooking show, cute. Let me introduce you to this little device. I think it's by the brand Dash, and it has little suction cups on the bottom so it stays in place, and it is like a veggie etc slicer. I love any little gadget kitchen device that I can possibly get my hands on. Big fan. This little guy is like a mandolin essentially, just kind of upright. So we've got some zucchini, top and tail, because I don't want to eat that. And depending on how thick they are, might be okay. These ones are fine. Sometimes when I do sweet potatoes are a bit too fat and chunky and it's hard to get through. So as long as it's small enough for this, we're good. And then you basically can choose like how thick you want it. You can do like julienne, kind of like small sticks. You can do it in slices. I like it quite thin for stuff like this. Let's go like there. Let's see what. How's our thickness? Pretty perfect. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna take this guy. But yeah, have fun. Just like that. And clearly some of it misses. So usually I take like a bowl or something as well. Here. But yeah, so nice, so easy. Rather than you having to chop that up yourself, you just have this giant device that you then have to clean. You all know I am a big fan of the alligator, which is the little like onion slicer chopper thingamajiggy. I just think that's the best thing in the world. So this is kind of similar vibes. Just any kitchen gadget that like, I don't know, means I don't have to chop, I'm kind of a fan of. So with this zucchini, I'm going to be even more like lazy. Whoop. And when the potatoes are like mostly done cooking, I'm just gonna like put these in the same pot and boil them. Oh my God, what did I say? I forget to put a timer on for the chicken. Every time. So like now it's been 5-10 minutes. Don't know where the time went. So I'm gonna just assume another 20 minutes will do, but who knows? I just singed a little bit of my hair. That's okay. Literally just got it done yesterday, so goodbye. My bad. That's dangerous. Okay, so we've just put the zucchini in what? I'm gonna add some more water because it just needs a little bit more. And then that's just gonna cook for a little bit longer. With some potatoes at the bottom and now zucchini in there as well. Yeah, whatever. So while that's going, we can have a little chat. Usually I'd like watch a YouTube video or something like that while I'm waiting. Or you're supposed to like clean up as you go, but I tend to kind of not. I am, how many weeks? I think about 2 months into my deficit diet prep life sort of thing. So far I have lost like about 3 kilos, so it doesn't seem like a ton, but my body composition is so different. So I was definitely not training for a little while, and I kind of like have gotten back into my groove and got my steps back up. Currently we are at 17,000 steps a day, and I'm doing 60 minutes of cardio a week, However, that just changed this week. Now we're doing, I'm doing 90 minutes of cardio a week, which means I have to go to the gym at some point today to do my 20 minutes because it's a Saturday today. And I like to split up my cardio as much as possible. So maybe it's like a 10-minute session every day, and then I've got 2 20-minute sessions, so that way it's, you know, more achievable rather than trying to do like 30 to 40 minutes on one day. Could not do that. I don't think I would be mentally strong enough to do that at this point yet. I also did a side-by-side of me this time last year versus this prep, and like how many weeks I was into my prep and everything like that. And I also feel like I look better now, body composition wise as well. So I feel like we are in a pretty decent place, even though my scale weight hasn't like changed a ton during the last 2 months or so. Visually, I look so different, and it's making me really excited to see, you know, hopefully by August, September sort of thing, I will be looking like even better than I have in previous preps. So that's the goal. That's always the hope, is that you're gonna do better than the last time, basically. You just wanna look better than you did last time. And yeah, I'm excited. I love being in my little routine. I love feeling like, you know, I've got my shit together, because a lot of the time I really don't. So prep life does give me the illusion that I feel like I've got my shit together, because I'm like ticking my boxes, I'm getting my steps in, I'm eating my meal prep, all that jazz. I feel organized, and it's great for my brain. So yeah, it's a fun time. Okay, chicken. I've got something under here. Is now, I think, cooked. We will see, because I did my like 10-ish minutes of, I'm not sure how long that was, and then I did 20 minutes on the timer. So the outside is all white, so I feel like that's good. So what I usually tend to do is kind of just leave it under here for a little while, just in case it's also not cooked, to kind of cool down a little bit slowly. Once it's cooled down and not boiling hot, I actually grab the alfoil that's underneath it and like pull it out, so that way it's just chicken in the pan itself. And then I shred it up. That way you don't eat the alfoil. The zucchini is like pretty much transparent, so we can drain. I don't even know if this is all gonna fit. Probably not. That's okay. We're just gonna get the water out and then probably put it all back in the pot anyway. Woohoo! Don't tell Guy I put the hot pan directly on the counter. And then y'all already know. Y'all know I'm addicted to carbonara sauce. There's so many times in my life where I have changed my diet and changed the recipe of everything, but I always go back to Latina Fresh carbonara. I just love it, and I won't be ashamed for loving it. So you're literally gonna put that whole thing in there. And yes, you could make like a lower calorie version and blah, blah, blah. But like, honestly, I'm always low on my fats. For some reason, I always overdo it on protein, because I like protein powders and stuff like that in a lot of my cooking or my snacks and stuff, just because it tastes good. And then I'm always low on my fats, so if I get a little bit of fat from this, like, it's great. And that's pretty much mainly what it is. It's mainly fat. I also do some light ricotta. This is a great way of like bulking out a sauce without a ton of extra calories, and it's also like pretty okay. It's like 3 grams of protein, less than 2 grams of fat, less than 1 gram of carb. It's just like, it's like nothing, it's whatever. But it's a great way of adding more sauce into something. So we're gonna do a pot of that as well. Do you guys remember that video where I like spilt a whole thing of ricotta like down my top from last prep? Oh my god, I still have like nightmares about it. Not nightmares, but like every time I open a container, I like think to myself, I'm like, now don't pour this one down you. And that is going to be the base of our slop. And then we're gonna add some chicken. I'm struggling to like find where to put the camera so you can actually see what the hell I'm doing. What do we have in front of me? A beautiful little immersion blender. This little guy is chef's kiss. I think I've shown you the hack of using a stand mixer to shred up your chicken. That works beautifully. Recently though, I have just been doing it in the same pan as it gets cooked in, just to save some more dishes. So I'm gonna take the alcohol out, pour all of that juice into the bottom. So we wanna keep the juice. And you're probably gonna think I'm like an insane person for doing this, but I'm going to essentially just like stab this a million times to shred it up. It gets hella caught up in here, so you literally have to just like bash it out. And the juice goes everywhere, and it's great. And you shred it. And it usually like sprays chicken all over the walls, which is great. The best part about this is all of the juice that like leaked out of the chicken, oh my god, gets absorbed back into the chicken. So that way the slop ends up being really juicy. And apparently I also hate chewing, so I like shredded chicken. It's great. I'm literally going to put all of that with my potatoes and my zucchini. And then the chicken stock that we cooked all that chicken in also helps like increase the sodium and the taste of that sauce. And then like the whole thing just tastes so good. Oh no, I didn't shred it quite enough. That's okay. And this is when I'm like, oh yeah, thank God I go to the gym, because then is when you need some muscles to mix it all together. But voila, we have a week's worth of food, lunch and dinner. Then usually for lunch, I have this on top of a salad. So this becomes almost like the salad dressing. It's like creamy and delicious. And for dinner, I just eat it literally like as is. Potatoes, chicken, slop. Now here's the thing. If you wanted to be super meticulous, you could then individually weigh out each of these like as individual meals. But I'm the only person eating them. So therefore, I know this is going to be 14 different meals. All I need to do is split it up somewhat evenly, and over the course of the week, I will then be consuming pretty much the same thing every day. If one day I'm a little bit over and one day I'm a little bit under, it doesn't matter, because over the scheme of the week, I am eating this whole thing. So most of the time I just take like a cup, whoopsie, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 13, and 14. And then whatever this is left over is just like maybe like half a cup. So we do a little bit more. I love slop. That's also my new name. But you already know we can't be wasting macros, because we only got a small amount of them. So yes, I will be scraping all of the walls of the pan. And that's it. So easy, so lazy. The best kind of meals, in my opinion, when you're prepping, because who has time to cook like a gourmet meal every day? I certainly don't. Maybe you do, I don't. And also, I get really lazy, especially in prep. So I want foods that I am kind of craving and I enjoy, and that don't take that much effort, because then I'm more inclined to make them for myself. So yeah, now I only have like 2 pans to clean, like the chicken pan, the pot, and like a strainer. Like that's not that much. So yeah, this is my go-to. As usual, you probably have seen it before, and I still enjoy it. So thank you for watching. If you have a specific question about prep, I'm going to be doing a Q&A sort of thing, I think, in my next video. So I'm going to put an anonymous Q&A, not gonna lie link on my Instagram, so you guys can ask me questions. But if you have any other questions, I would love to see them in the comments, so that way I can answer them in my next video. Other than that, I hope you all are having a really great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!